This is the War Brief Daily for April 1st, 2026, covering the Russia-Ukraine theater. 3 confirmed developments in this cycle. First, Russia launched 339 strike drones overnight, one of the largest single-night attacks in recent weeks. Second, today marks the planned activation date for Russia's deployment of all Crimea-based mobilized forces to frontline combat operations. Third, Russian pressure is intensifying along the Donetsk fortress belt, with fighting focused in the Vuhledar-Pisky corridor. Here are those 3 updates in order. First update. Overnight, between March 31 and early April 1, Russia launched 339 strike UAVs against Ukraine. This is confirmed by the Ukrainian Air Force. The package included Shahed-type drones, Gerbera drones, and Italmaz-type UAVs, with roughly 200 of the 339 being Shahed-class systems. Strikes came in multiple waves, initially targeting Kherson, then pushing through central Ukraine into the west, specifically toward Lviv and Lutsk. Ukrainian air defenses intercepted 298 of 339 drones, an 88% intercept rate. That is a strong performance. But here is the operational reality. With 339 launched, even an 88% intercept rate means 41 drones leaked through. 1 confirmed infrastructure hit, an industrial enterprise in Lutsk, Volyn Oblast. Local reporting also references residential damage. Full damage assessment was still being compiled at the time of this brief. One more thing on this attack worth understanding. A single Shahed-type drone cost Russia an estimated $20,000 to $50,000. Ukraine's air defense interceptors often cost significantly more per shot. Russia's mass UAV campaigns are partly an attrition strategy designed to exhaust Ukrainian air defense munitions, not just to strike targets. That cost asymmetry is a deliberate and ongoing feature of this war. For context, Russia's largest single documented drone attack was 509 UAVs on March 7. Last night's 339 reflects a sustained high operational tempo, not a one-time surge. Second update. Today, April 1, is the planned activation date for Russia to deploy all mobilized personnel currently stationed in occupied Crimea directly into frontline combat. This was assessed by the Institute for the Study of War based on a statement from Ukraine's Southern Defense Forces spokesperson. The forces involved include Marines and airborne troops, higher quality, better trained units compared to standard mobilization waves. ISW assessed this deployment as tied to Russia's spring-summer offensive, specifically targeting Ukraine's fortress belt in Donetsk Oblast. We do not yet have geolocated visual confirmation or Ukrainian General Staff acknowledgement of new contact from these specific units. Treat this as confirmed preparation. Battlefield confirmation is still pending. Third update. On the Donetsk front, Russian forces continue pressing Ukraine's fortress belt, a layered defensive network Ukraine has been constructing since late 2024. In the Vuhledar-Pisky corridor, Russia is making incremental forward gains, consistent with its small unit grinding model. If Russia successfully breaks through this architecture, it opens approach corridors toward Kostiantynivka and deeper into Donetsk Oblast. That is the strategic stake on this front line right now. Ukraine is not only defending, it is counter-targeting. Ukrainian unmanned systems forces struck Gerbera and Shahed-type drone launchers at the occupied Donetsk city airport, approximately 41 kilometers from the front line. Additional strikes hit a Russian drone control point near Nova Kakhovka and a command observation post near Lubimivka in Kherson Oblast. The targeting logic here is deliberate. Hit the launchers before they fire, rather than intercepting drones mid-flight. Same principle as destroying artillery before it shoots. One broader signal to note, U.S.-brokered peace negotiations have been stalled since mid-March. Russia escalating drone attacks and deploying fresh, higher-quality forces from Crimea is not the behavioral pattern of a party preparing to compromise. That context matters. Here's what to watch in the next cycle. Monitor the ISW April 1 evening assessment for geolocated confirmation of new Russian unit contacts along the Donetsk line. Track follow-on Russian strike packages in the next 12 to 24 hours. Russia consistently launches secondary attacks after large barrages. Watch for Crimea-based unit contact reports in the Zaporizhia and Donetsk sectors. And monitor updated damage and casualty reporting out of Lutsk. Those are your confirmed developments for April 1, 2026. This is the War Brief Daily.